Hello and welcome back for part 12 of This is Total War with Throgg. Alright, this cloud on the campaign map is completely obscuring Throgg from view. Good. But yeah, we just finished off a half stack of Wolfricks, but sadly can't quite make it to Longship Graveyard this turn. So I think I want to just go into raiding camp stance here, get some replenishment. I guess I have the option of sending one of my heroes to search the ruin here, although I'm not 100% sure they could make it back to Longship Graveyard for the fight next turn. I think they might be able to. There are also these two heroes of Wolfricks hanging around, so yeah, I think I don't really want to risk my own spellcaster getting wounded, so maybe I could get a little more experience on him, but he's got the most important skills now, I think. Yeah, he just got Arcane Conduit. So I'll keep everybody in the army. Okay, so 6500 HP. There's Aura of Chaos is missile resistance. This is armor piercing weapon damage. This is melee defense. Definitely be grabbing that eventually. But for right now, which of these skills points do I want? I think just speed, actually. Go for Deadly Onslaught next. Yes, so I can stand over here, go into raiding camp. Don't fully replenish. Oh well, I replenish on my infantry. Yeah, more or less good enough. I'll be down one chariot, but that's all. Right. So, up this way. Still taking forever for this settlement to grow, unfortunately. Could upgrade this to tier 2. I think I'll hold off on that. It's 1600 gold for not a great return. Plus, I'm not sure what this army is going to be doing. Let's check on my research rate, actually. Yeah, 156%. That's nice. That's from all the scholars and seers I've been collecting. That actually is enough to make a difference. Like, plus 5 or 10% isn't much, but plus 50% is great. So, what to do here? I mean, Throgg, yeah, as I mentioned last time, Throgg can't really get up to Varg camp to deal with this army, so I have to try and have my other settlements able to defend themselves. Nagrafari Plain and Greyling Moot are reasonably well defended. I think Altar spawns. I'll demolish this building. I've got enough growth now to get up to tier 3. So I'll demolish this building and start building defenses. And actually, this construction time minus 50% is going to come in big here, if I'm not mistaken, because it cuts this construction time from 3 turns to 2, and it's going to cut the construction of the first tier defenses from 2 turns to 1, so that's really nice. So we should have that up for sure before this army gets here. Okay, what's going on in Sal encampment? Nothing too much. Yeah, we're not missing out on any money here, not really.
Thank fear my malice.
Oh, Kislev are on the way out by the looks of it. Yeah, only 2 settlements and no army. Crackerjack have Bjornling's camp and Crackerjack itself. I think I can kind of see the problem the dwarves might think they have here, which is that there's a lot of corruption in this area, and even though the public order is very high here, that may be incentivizing them to actually keep their army in Crackerjack rather than trying to use it to retake this territory from the Skaven. I don't know if that's what's going on. Maybe the AI is just coded very defensively for this faction or whatever, but I kind of speculate that that's why there's a full stack here. I think the dwarves it's kind of a mistake. Like, the dwarves should definitely be using their army, using underway stance and so on to try and push back against the Skaven, but it doesn't look like they're really able to. So let's see. Okay, so Clan Mulder up to 5 settlements. I'm assuming that they have taken this. Yeah, escaping corruption from events. Okay. I don't know why it calls it events, but I mean that's consistent with the escaping corruption here that I know comes from the Tower of Crack being occupied. So it looks like the Skaven blew up this settlement. Sorry, the Skaven looks like the Skaven reoccupied Frozen Landing. And yeah, that puts them to 5, which is kind of scary. Although at least their military power isn't super strong. They might have just recolonized and that took troops, I guess. Okay, well at least there's no big sort of push in here from the east, and I can kind of fight this very long back and forth campaign against Wulfric without being hit by anybody else, at least for the time being. Yeah, I can't do anything in terms of extra defenses here. I think this loot pile may have been a mistake. It's just doesn't provide enough of a boost to growth. Well, I'll leave it for now. I don't really have a good idea of where this army is going to head. If they commit to heading south, I think I've got Regiment of Renown plus Lord I can recruit that will more or less be able to pad up the defenses here, even without recruiting more normal units. So, oh yeah, okay, I'll leave the loot pile. Yeah, and everything else looks fine. Okay. There is another half stack of Wulfrics. Yeah, they're offering peace, but of course I don't accept. There is another half stack of Wulfrics somewhere. I almost wonder if they're in the fog of war here and they're actually going to be able to attack Greyling's moot. I guess not. It'd be great if my sorcerer could find and keep an eye on them wherever they are. One problem with the strategy of trying to actually go around and raise the settlements is that it really gets sort of undone if Wulfric's able to like sneak an army up to then reoccupy the ruins. Okay, and I have a task to defeat this army in 7 turns. Alright, we'll see if that happens. Yeah, so you recruited another 5 units. Yeah, he is recruiting fast. That is unfortunate. So what to do with this sorcerer? At least I have line of sight of this guy, and I'm too many turns away to get up there and start actually trying to block him. I think I'm better off moving down this way. I think there are troops here. Oh, there aren't. Interesting. So are they in Pakai's Bay? Maybe. So that military presence 3, I mean that's 9, 10 or 11 units. Trollfjord is over on the west coast here. Yeah, really surprised because I was pretty sure they'd be choosing to recruit in their major settlement of this region. So I expected to come and find half the stack right here. Okay, so maybe Pakai's Bay is the most likely then. Well, Throgg can head down there after Longship Graveyard, that's no problem. Yeah, no military presence up that way. Wulfric's going to come back from being wounded probably when this army's heading out, which is too bad because I'd much rather fight this generic lord with like a patched together army than Wulfric, but don't think we have a choice. Alright, let's get this fight out of the way.
That was my idea.
So, sack value 5,000. That's super tempting, but it does cost us a turn, given I want to be raising it. And time is going to be an issue if Throgg is going to be running around the whole of the south end of Norsca here. Yeah, it looks like... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the whole of Albion, there's three settlements here. I think they're held by the Dark Elf faction, Rakarth.
I've little time for talking.
These guys, 1,000 Moors.
Time for killing.
Okay, I guess I can fight this battle then decide.
What?
So sacking would give me a bunch of gold now. It would give me a second battle so more experience, but that doesn't feel like... I feel like I've done fine at getting my heroes past the early few levels. I'm inclined to raise it despite that 5k. Just need to get on and get towards the next settlements I want to take out. Yeah.
Twisted thoughts.
I think I'll have my sorcerer head down to at least get vision of Trollfjord. Okay, so let's launch this attack. I guess I can always change my mind depending on how the battle goes. Yeah, I won't auto-resolve this, it shouldn't be difficult. I guess it's good that they don't have troops in, sorry, I forget the name of the settlement, but the major settlement I thought they would have soldiers in that my sorcerer just went up to. It's good they don't have troops there because they have an upgraded garrison. So if I can take that after... Oh, right, do I... Yeah, I have a decision here because I have to choose between heading south along the coast to blow up the next settlement, or trying to actually capture that inland major settlement. Maybe I should just capture the inland settlement. Anyway, one thing at a time. And right now it is battling time. Okay. Yeah, they don't have any fast units here. So, what are we looking at? Fireballs at the trolls, and some magic as they come in. Yeah, I'll start a pop arcing component right away here since we've got magic to recharge still. Yeah, just this one missile unit, so I'm more or less free to start slowing down whatever's on this flank, whatever it is.
For the Blood God! Charge! Fight! For the Chaos Gods!
Yeah, don't actually want to be fighting this spearman. You gonna cast this fireball, or... yeah, there we go. Decent damage on that infantry unit. Let's see, probably should rotate my... no, we're good, we're good. Don't feel like the trolls are really that dangerous here. Are these there? Yes, okay. So these are the Marauder champions. So what do I want to do here? Fireball plus another Flamestorm, or... It's a pretty good Burning Head here, I think. See how much damage I can do with it. Yeah, certainly disrupted the units a bit, at least. Okay, those units are just milling around. Trolls here are going to be routing. Yeah, very good. Mortar Spearmen are not going to be able to bring down my Weckin, so he can just fight them at melee.
We serve the gods! End them! Where's the enemy?
Winds to me!
Ready to ravage! They're done! What do the gods desire? For the Blood God!
Yeah, those trolls are going to rout again. Throgg on his own is doing a fine job of just kiting these units around. Yeah. Go after those spearmen.
Shame on sorcerer! On my way!
I could be moving my formation forward to do a better job at like actually engaging these guys, but I don't really think I need to.
Time for sorcery! Shamanic!
Yeah, these units didn't stand a chance. Oh wow, that was a very lucky cast of that burning head that actually hit the next unit along. Oh rats, they're gonna get these guys into combat with us. Oh wait, okay, I didn't kill too many of my own guys. Alright, you guys get out of there, I don't want you in melee. Yeah. Giving those silly trolls run around. Alright, got a little scrappy here this fight, but we really did not take a lot of damage, I don't think.
Going now!
Probably tried to do more of my wizard than I really needed to. Yeah, they've just had enough. I think most of this damage is self-inflicted by that burning head that like curved into the unit, if I'm honest. Oh well. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick to my plan of just raising this settlement, save myself time, rather than taking the chunk of gold. Even 5,000 gold doesn't really let me field like a second strong army for any length of time. I mean, the recruitment cost alone is, you know, even if I'm paying only 500 gold for, say, 18 units, that's, whatever it is, you know, 9,000. So 5,000 gold is nice for like building a few buildings, but for building and maintaining armies it just isn't that much in the scheme of things. This guy's called Lost Ericsson Christiansen. Well, make up your mind. You're the son of Lost Eric or you're the son of Christian. Probably not the son of both. Right, and raise for the crow. Yeah. Yeah, Throgg didn't exactly move the way I would have wanted after that fight. Given I want him to be coming back this way, but not to worry. So, definitely want to put him back in raid stance for the extra income. And I get hardened hunters. Nice. So missile resistance, missile strength, and reload time reduction, which is both missile strength and reload time reduction are effective damage up on my javelin guys, so that's really good. And yeah, that's currently affecting over half my units because they've got to gold tier. Alright, so no more movement for this turn. And you got to level up. Right, speed for you too. Yep, decided I wasn't going to build there. And over here, yes, one turn to get these defenses up. Very nice. Okay, no sign of more Skaven. I guess this, yeah, I guess if a Skaven army is recruited here, it may well end up occupying Bay of Blades before moving on me, although I'm not sure. I guess I'd noticed that by the green. This green aura here is because I raised it for the crow, and the crow is Nurgle. So the Chaos God Nurgle just has green as like his shrine or whatever. So I think I get a visual indicator when that's no longer the case. So you can see actually over here, so left over from way earlier in the game, when the Goromadni triad came over and raised Winterpire, you can see that their Chaos Shrine is still in place too. Okay, so let's see if we can
I am
check on
Throgg,
everything else.
the
Yeah, so
Queen.
it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Clan Mulder. Poor Kislev just have whatever the major settlement is here, Fort Ostrosk. So Sylvania has both of these now. I wonder if Sylvania is going to go after the Skaven and or the dwarves. I mean, the dwarves,
Onward.
yeah, the dwarves won't have good relations with them. Yeah, Sylvania really doesn't like the dwarves. So how did the... What about if I go to Clan Mulder?
Twist, bend, mangle, experiment.
I mean, it's Sylvania that's surely the strong power here. So what really matters is what Sylvania's opinion of these other factions is. So they don't have much against the Skaven, it's only minus 23. I think either Sylvania will continue its wars elsewhere after wiping out Kislev, or it'll go after the dwarves, but we'll just have to see. After hyping up Reichland at the beginning of the campaign as being like, oh, sort of the end boss, it would be pretty funny if Sylvania somehow like took over the whole empire and they were the ones I had to fight.
You know nothing.
Okay. For now, though, I'm still really trying to prioritize not encountering other factions, which is the point, of course, of raising these port settlements. And
Demon sorcerer.
yeah, I'm still baffled as to where these troops are, but I guess Throgg will meet them heading down this way. Alright. Okay, I really dislike this dilemma. So heed the visions means cautious travel, and the problem here is minus 25% campaign movement range, which is just too big a deal. There's too much movement involved right now. I need Throgg to just get around Norsca as fast as possible. Reckless travel, the other one, cuts casualty replenishment rate. Not ideal, but the better of the two. Okay, let's check on things here. So he's recruited another 5 units up to 16. He may have a pure stack of marauders, like basic marauders, because that would explain 5 units a turn. Because he could have, yeah, I can believe he'd have 5 local recruitment slots. So I think it's possible for them to get that. Okay, Monolith of Catan now has military presence, so that is military presence 3. So that's 6 or 7 units here or here. Right, that's good to know about. And there's no military presence for Bjornling's gathering. That is mysterious. Unless... Yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of was making the assumption that... Wolfric would only be fighting against me, but... maybe there's some chance he's... part of his military... is moving or whatever, is related to another faction. I really don't know. Okay, in this case, I think I will have my sorcerer gain a little extra experience from leaving the army to explore these ruins, because it's kind of free to do so. Like, Throgg's ending his turn right by here anyway. I can join the army at the start of next turn without really costing much movement. Yes, let's go ahead and do that. 750, okay, so I make 250 profit, assuming I get the puzzle right. And of course it's the experience and magic item too. Alright, let's see if we can work out the mini Sudoku. So it's got to be, it's grey or yellow, and it's a 2 or a 4. But this is a... this has to be a 2. So this has to be a 4, so this has to be a 2. So we know it's a 2. And this has to be blue. So this is a blue 2, yellow 4, purple 2. Nice. Okay, so yeah, made a small profit on that. It's got experience, and Varrig's Beast Chain a follower. I would have rather gotten a magic weapon or something. recruit cost down for top tier units. Sure, minor little boost, but not too valuable to be honest. Alright, so now what am I doing? Am I heading up to Bjornling's Gathering, or am I heading down to try and blow up Pack-Ice Bay? I think what I want to do is take Bjornling's Gathering. It is a major settlement. Oh, he just got it to tier 4. Beautiful. I was about to mention that is one thing that can happen, is the AI, yeah, AI will get the settlements up to tier 4 before the player can, and I definitely don't want him getting any higher tier recruitment like mammoths or what have you. So we should be able to get over here and take it before that happens.
What?
Alright, and rank 13 for you. So, income from all buildings, local region, yep, don't prioritize that. Construction cost down, similarly. Melee attack plus 15, yep, not prioritizing that either. I would like this chariot. I'll wait a level. Yeah, the chariot's just as fast as the warhorse, so I don't think there's much advantage to the warhorse. So I'll pick that up next level, and what am I doing with this last point? Tempted by earthing. I do overcast Burning Head, so that cuts the miscast chance. I don't care too much about these spells. This spell's pretty good in sieges, but we're not really fighting siege battles. Like, we're not fighting against units that are really standing still. And obviously some of this stuff would be good to grab eventually. Yeah, I'll just go for earthing. Okay, so Altar of Spawns is up to tier 3, which is good. Yeah, garrison's looking solid. Let's continue to invest there. 1,000 gold for plus 50 income a turn and growth. Yeah, I probably do want to do that. I still have this nice ability to construct buildings in a single turn. So what's going to happen here? Let's predict that this guy. Oh, they brought in hacker. Yeah, they brought in their high-level commander. We have not managed to kill, despite the fact he's not immortal or anything. He just always gets switched out for Wolfric before I fight him. So, I think his army's going to get to a full stack, and I think he's going to choose either to come south or to come east. And let's take a look at the garrison here. So this is what we have right now. A lot of infantry. Yeah, a lot of infantry, just the one ranged unit. Warhounds plus ice trolls. So if he's recruiting regular marauders, then our marauder champions and marauders are great weapons to be okay against them. But I'm thinking... Yeah, I'm definitely thinking we might want to do some temporary recruitment of other units. Yeah, this isn't tier 4 yet, right? They're not going to get this to tier 4 for a while because, firstly, they don't have growth coming from both of the settlements, but also because they just haven't held it for that long. Yeah, military presence 3 still, so whatever troops were here are not moving. I'm kind of concerned that if I take Bjornling's Gathering, then an army could come from Pack-Ice Bay and recolonize this. But I think what I want to do is take Bjornling's Gathering, then basically take this anti-clockwise. Clockwise. So go like 1, 2, 3, 4, and basically that way, provided I hold on to the territory in the middle, they won't be able to come and occupy any of the ruins. Alright, no troops over this way, that's fine. Yeah, so... how much would it cost to just get... Okay, it cost 1,000 to get this building in, and I could recruit Marauder Hunters with Javelins. Alternatively, I could pay 1,000 for this building and try and get some Marauder Horsemen. here, so they have more ammunition. There's obviously less of them in a unit. So the garrison's a bunch of just melee troops, and so are the regiments of now, and I'd be bringing in. Yeah, let's I know I've talked about being interested in trying out some of the ranged marauder cavalry, but just for stand-in units, I think it's just given, and also just given the amount of melee frontline I have in the garrison, I'd rather just get the javelins. I think they'll be able to have time to stand still and fire, which is, you know, if you're concerned about that, then bringing in the horsemen of the mobility obviously can make sense, but I think I'll do this. So if they head east this turn, they get to here, then can attack. And next turn, I'll be able to recruit a lord, and I'll get 1 turn's worth of recruitment from this building if I want to. And so yeah, I think we're covered on that front. If they come south, the garrison's stronger. Yeah, it's a bit awkward that they could bypass. Right. I guess they could just choose not to attack Naglfari Plain. But if they come south, it's kind of okay, because Throgg's in the vicinity. Like, Throgg will be able to clean up if they come south. So I think that's just overall better for me, and I should hedge against them coming east. Okay, and this will also be finished by the time they're over here. Right. Okay, I think that all makes a good amount of sense.
Beast not obey.
Okay, nothing looks like it's really changed out this way,
Noble born.
because they've recruited some more troops, but it's not going to help them surely.
I must eat fit.
Yeah, no new alliances or anything.
By all.
Alright. Yeah, public order getting a bit low here. That faction bonus will go up to 8, which will mostly help with this. I can always stop the taxes if I need to. And this one's staying put. Yeah, poor Doomkeep just not growing or anything at all, but that's fine. I'm hoping, of course, that by this kind of strategy of being really careful not to encounter more factions, I'm able to basically develop like the center and northern parts of Norsca, get them nice and built up without really being threatened, which is of course a constant problem in the This is Total War campaign if you have enemies on all sides. So, okay, so Wulfric took over command of this army. He only went up to 17 units though, interesting. And he didn't move out. Alright, well that's good for me. Let's just assess military presence here. Yeah, military presence here is up again.
I guide the tribe.
I think I care more about knowing if they're in Bjornling's gathering than not. Well,
Battle time is feeding time.
let's go for Bjornling's gathering. Looks like I can easily make that in 2 turns. Yeah, they have a stronger garrison now. What do they get? I think it's just this unit of Marauder Berserkers. They don't get like a Feral Mammoth or something.
I see death. Stomping
Right, we need to make sure the Sorcerer makes it back into the army.
Guide the tribe. Gift from the shadows.
Yeah, this should still be fine, movement-wise. And we're in our own territory, we're replenishing here, which is great. So we're actually in Doom Keep, right? Yeah. So that's good for giving a little boost to growth. If I raid, I do save myself 700 gold. Yeah, probably worth it. So there's still the mystery of these other kind of smaller Norscan forces that I can see around. Here they've gone from military presence 3 to 5, so that is 10 or 11 units up this way. but I'm more concerned about the troops down in the south, and in this issue I mentioned of the recolonizing of ruins. There's also the possibility they'd throw more than a full stack against me here in the center, which could be a problem. Okay, well we'll leave this. We might even get up to tier 3. No, this one's out next turn, okay. But yeah, we'll have solid defenses in alternate spawns. Still have enough money to bring in Regiment of Renown at short notice wherever I want.
Did you say something?
Yeah, I think... Going back and forth a bit on what to do with this hero. I think I will send him back the way he was originally going. I know it just like reversed, but I felt like it was more important to see if there were any troops here before moving Throgg. So there was some logic to what I did, even though it looked a little weird. Yeah, so 4 regiments of renown available, though quite expensive. Don't really want to be recruiting them prior to actually fighting. Yeah, nothing to build here still. Yeah, I don't need to get this to tier 2. I'll just be recruiting the tier 1 marauders. Winterpire is still unoccupied. Sorry, I'm slightly losing track of what I've already checked this turn. I think I already probably looked at that. At least the diplomacy situation isn't drastically changing each turn. That kind of makes it helpful, given we're fighting this long and drawn out campaign here. Alright. This getting to tier 4 is also nice because I can occupy it at tier 3, which makes quite a difference. Okay. So, Wulfric is in command of that army, it did get to a full stack, and he's heading east. All those things that I kind of suspected were likely to happen. Oh, you're kidding me. I really hate these dilemmas where it's downside, downside, and it feels like Norsca is one of the factions that gets quite a few of them. So, speed minus 15%, I really dislike speed down. Armor minus 10 for all units. That's not great, but it's not disastrous, just because of how armor works. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's bad, but I will take the slashed arms. Okay, so before we do any movement, let's look again at the situation here. So no military presence there. No new troops there. Okay. And here military presence 5 again. So I think it's an easy decision to attack Bjornling's gathering. We know they don't have troops there. I get to take the settlement to tier 3 if I just occupy it, and occupying it basically gives me control of the whole of the central part of Norsca, and it just restricts Wulfric to the outskirts. So yep, I think this is a pretty easy decision, given I marched up north here last turn. Alright, sack value 4,500, which is nice, but again, I think I can skip it in this case in favour of just occupying. Alright, Deadly Onslaught, great. Yeah, so this is the same as a 15-unit garrison that I have, for instance, in Aisling's Conclave, except they've added this extra 1 unit, which is of course a good unit, but doesn't really change how the battle's going to go. Yeah, cause fear and terror, I'll throw back on you. Alright, let's do it. I think I'm expecting this battle possibly to be tougher than the balance of power suggests. Have their chariots to contend with. Yeah, probably gonna... Let's gamble, try and get more magic. Probably gonna end up taking some damage on my javelin units from flanking if I had to guess, but fortunately we should get replenishment time here. I really can't imagine, given the intelligence I have, that anything can attack us in the next couple of turns. Wulfric's more or less always made moves to avoid getting close to my army. Like, he's always moved away from where Throgg is, except, you know, in the cases where Throgg's actually come at his settlements.
Yes, chieftain!
Okay.
Slay everyone!
Yeah, so they have both... Right, they have both missile cavalry and chariots, so I'm going to hold my own chariots back, I think, not try and get clever with micromanaging them. I think I'd rather just actually... Yeah, group my
For the chaos
work in.
god!
Okay.
Shaman sorcerer! Winds to me!
Okay, so chariots and horsemen are both on this flank, warhounds are on the other flank. Yeah.
Quick!
Yeah, one fireball, one troll seems to be the going exchange rate, which I think is reasonable. Got Marauder champions in the center, yeah. Really great target for Flamestorm.
I'll be there!
Gonna get to overcast a Burning Head as well.
Slay every mortal!
Okay, bring these units back so they don't get
Time for sorcery!
nuked by or hit by these Marauder horsemen. Okay, you two pivot round.
Close down the sheep! Very well!
Okay, warhounds over this way. Yeah, actually, I've quite a lot of infantry over this way.
Chaos marauders! They will succumb!
Yeah, I don't think the warhounds really want to be fighting there. Throgg, vomit, and then get into these guys. Alright, what do they come at us there with? Their Wekin just hit our Wekin. Okay,
Yes, chieftain!
it's fine, I think.
Your will!
Lords into attack, yeah, it's no problem. Right, Troll's taking a bit of damage, not ideal. As is this guy. And the chariots. Okay, chariots, yeah, that's not a good battle to be engaged in.
Chaos marauders! Chaos marauders!
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, the Wekin taking damage here is manageable.
Marauders!
A lot of their army's broken here.
Incantation!
Yeah, this also did pretty well.
Death manifested!
Ah, hero routed. That's frustrating.
Faster! The gods demanded! Chaos marauders!
I mean, I guess he was taking quite a lot of damage or whatever, but still feels like
Blood for the blood god!
it's kind of annoying to have a unit route from that position.
Chaos marauders!
Oh wow, they've got a lot of units that haven't been broken over this way. Yeah, I think I made the mistake of thinking this fight was over when it's not. Alright, you get back in the fight, coward.
We want their eyes!
Right, the Lord's
See!
pretty low on health and stuff.
Maneuvering!
Alright, yeah, that's the army losses.
Panic!
But yeah, a fair bit of damage. Some of it can be regenerated. We didn't lose a chariot, so we actually get back to 3/4 health here, and then it's just kind of this one unit that took quite a beating. Okay, not bad. So this is the last major settlement apart from Throgg encampment up in the north, which is probably about the last place I'm going to be trying to take off Wulfric. How many kills on the sorcerer? 134. Yeah, Throgg with his the wind blast from his magic sword has been doing decent damage. Be really good when I can get my sorcerer on a chariot, which might happen after this battle actually. Just that extra mobility, knowing that he won't be trapped in melee with fast units and he can just range ahead of the army, get his magic down whenever he wants. That'll be nice. Clearly still some ways to go on the Werkin in terms of making them able to stand up to heavy assault and melee. That's okay though. Yeah, the chariots actually, chariots and warhands on the flanks are doing damage, kind of like I said. Yeah, I don't have any good ways to. I mean, I could switch out some of the experienced marauder hunters for melee marauders at this point, but that doesn't really achieve anything, I think. Okay, and I will just straight up occupy this at tier 3.
In my turret! Lord of the monster!
Ooh, beautiful. Look at this. Instant defenses, instant extra sorcerer slot, instant plus 400 gold building. Couldn't have asked for better than that. Yeah, that's very nice.
I guide the tribe.
Okay, and no military troops, no presence here. Right, so they did have troops almost for sure down south, which are probably coming towards Icedrake Fjord.
On the path.
Okay, that's fine. So I'll leave all these buildings. Okay, Infernal Dominance on Lore of Metal. Why do I only get one Fire Sorcerer recruit slot? I wonder if that's because I recruited the Sorcerer and then demolished the building the next turn. I mean, Confidence is okay, it's like an army ride buff, but don't really. Yeah, plus 4 leadership I'm not a huge fan of.
I eat my enemies!
Okay, let's think more about that in a minute. Just finished the red line at Throgg. So, get to upgrade Rally to stand and die, or fight or die, and do I want melee attack or melee defense? I think the choice is, I think I usually would, yeah, I go for melee defense here because irrespective of what my army composition later in the game is going to be, I'm likely to be including heroes and trying for the Infernal Dominance trait, which is the army ride, like permanent melee attack buff. And I think in general it's just harder to get boost to melee defense, so I'll go for this. I mean, this affects Throgg himself too, right? So this just makes him tankier. Great. Okay, so I have 17 points left. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus 7 after that. That looks pretty good. We'll be able to grab most but not all of the... Actually, probably will be able to grab most of the good upgrades here. Yeah, including HP up and speed up and melee attack and all that good stuff. Alright, nice. And you get Deadly Onslaught. And my sorcerer does get a chariot. Excellent. Good. Yeah, definitely planning to keep him on that. Alright, so taxes are on here, and nothing else needs adjusting because this is perfect. Right, and I can see now, yeah, so Trollfjord has tier 3 recruitment building. Okay. No new troops recruiting out of our camp. and military presence here between one of these two. So the immediate concern... So Throgg, I think, is going to come down this way, go for Pack Ice Bay, then Troll Fjord. We know there are troops around Pack Ice Bay. They might be trying to recolonize Ice Drake Fjord, but I'll either blow it up again or get there before they can do it. So I think, provided I'm systematic, I shouldn't have problems with them recolonizing. Provided and provided I also hold the territory here and don't sort of randomly let troops past or whatever. So I think everything, attention turns to what I'm going to do with Wulfric. So he doesn't attack us this turn, but he will attack us next turn. So that means there's not time to get this up. That's fine. I mean, a Feral Mammoth would be nice, but yeah, that's okay. Just check again at what he was able to recruit from here. No, he didn't have a recruitment building. So I think he's going to be attacking us with mostly Marauders, just basic Marauder infantry, I think. So with that in mind, let's recruit somebody. And I'm going to bring in Olaf Hilmarsson again. So I recruit him this turn. I recruit as many units of Marauder Javelins as I can over the end turn. Then next turn I can recruit Regiment of Renown and possibly try and sort of stand outside the settlement in ambush stance or set up something else like that.
The hound compels.
Okay, don't need to spend this point right now. Yeah, so I get 3 points of local, or 3 units for local recruitment. Go for the Javelins. Yeah, definitely going to be into the red a bit here. Should be okay.
Overrun the world.
Yeah, just leave these buildings. Okay. Right, that's Olaf. If, I mean, yeah. If Wulfric comes in here with, like, a bunch of other high-tier units, then, I don't know, that's going to be tough. But if he comes in with an army of basic Marauders, I think I've got a good shot. Right, and Throgg can't move this turn, but that's fine. So I could stick him outside the settlement and raid. Oh, well, it saves me only about 300 gold. And also cuts my replenishment, but I'm going to be in friendly territory next turn too. Well, maybe not. I might want to force march. Okay, so how different is the replenishment? So 300 gold versus some extra replenishment. I think I'd take the extra replenishment. Also helps with public order here, but that's not really a factor. Right, and I think the last decision is recruiting a new sorcerer. And I definitely want to do that because at the very least I want more intelligence on troop movements and stuff. So one possibility is to recruit him here with the idea of having him fight with Olaf against Wulfric.
Despoil and ravage.
And I need to do it this turn if I want him to be able to be in the army for next turn. And he's joining... Yeah, he's going to be joining with Regiment of Renown. I'm going to be low on money. Yeah, I might not want to recruit all the Regiment of Renown. Hopefully I can get some idea at least of what's in Wulfric's army next turn. I could attempt to block Wulfric's army, but honestly, that doesn't feel... I feel like I want to fight him and defeat him, rather than have things drag out and be paying lots of turn after turn upkeep here. So I think I just want to go for Infernal Dominance as like a stand-in hero.
The voices.
Alright.
Marauders all.
Yeah, unfortunately none of these points are going to... None of these points give any sort of discount or help with training. I'll probably go for the Beast Slayers to boost those 3 Marauder Hunters. But yeah, I can decide next turn. Is there any way to make some money? Could demolish this for 600. could demolish this for 600 as well. Yeah, that's a tough one, because Throgg's not fighting next turn, so I'm not going to make more money from him. I don't think there's anything over here. No, I don't think there's anything over here I can really demolish. I'm thinking about demolishing the defenses in Doom Keep. It's not going to go to tier 2, basically, and yes, it's extra units, but they're not good. They're not going to hold off any kind of assault. The garrisons here and here are better, and these settlements are also more important, and less likely to be attacked, at least from the Wolfric side. I'm kind of just still hoping that Skaven don't start any push up this way. Alright, I've made up my mind. I'm going to blow this up. Either replace it with something else or just take a little money. Alright, I guess I didn't need to recruit this sorcerer, but
Harbinger of war.
yeah, it feels like this is an important enough battle that I want to sort of throw everything in to make sure I win it.
Norscan.
I think I can afford to give you a mountain scout. I've got a bunch of those. Yes. Oh, and I'm going to be recruiting the Regiment of Renown Marauder Berserkers. So, sure, I'll give you that too. I mean, if this Lord dies and I lose these followers, it's really not a big deal. Oh, I can give him the Masamuni's Pride. I don't want to lose that though, so maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, this is the turn I have to decide though, right? Yes, because Wolfric presumably force marches to here next turn. So what I think I'll do is, next turn I'll stand in ambush stance after the side here, not to try and actually ambush Wolfric as he comes in, but so that he doesn't see any extra troops near Ultra spawns, and he makes that attack without realizing I'm stood there. Alright, I value Throgg's magic weapon a bit too much. I don't want to switch it over. Okay. Yeah, taking this with a garrison of 15 is so nice. The fact that they got it to tier 4 just in time for me to grab it, to then keep it at tier 3. That was good timing. Alright. Oh, Clan Mulder lost a settlement. Interesting. Nice, Crackertrack. Right, Crackertrack moved their stack out and took back this. Well, I'm happy to see that. Definitely happy to see the Dwarves and Skaven going to and fro rather than the Skaven just giving them a beating. Alright, good stuff. Yep. Okay, so as expected, that's where Ulfric ends up, and also as expected, it looks like he has a full stack of Marauders. Yeah, so now my upkeep cost is 1400, and that's even before I do the recruitment of the Regiments of Renown. Yeah, look at this. So I was correct. I deduced that for him to be recruiting 5 units a turn, it had to be from local recruitment, and he just had basic Marauders.
Dominate.
So Javelin's going to be good choice against those, and yeah, so let's get in position here. I think I want to stand there.
Enslave the Southerners.
Yep, so he's within reinforcement range. In fact, yeah, I think this should work. And then I go into ambush stance.
Accepted.
So now, my hope is that Wulfric comes up, makes the attack against Altar Spawns, and I'm right on the border of the... Actually, let me just see if I can move slightly further, because I don't want to actually trigger an ambush battle.
I will not.
Yes, what I want is for me to be able to reinforce, but for Wulfric to not realise I'm able to reinforce until it's too late and he's committed the attack. So we'll see if I can pull this off.
A battle is foreseen.
I want you in this army as well.
Finders keepers.
Yeah, and I will just go for Beast Slayers, I think. He's already got Voice of the Dark Gods. Yeah, I don't think some slight personal improvement of his stats is really worthwhile. Do I want to keep him on his horse though? That I think I probably don't. Yeah, I'd rather have him on foot. So, what regiment of renown do I have? I have everything available. Great. So these guys are anti-infantry. Despite their mediocre performance when I recruited them the first time around, I still think they're my most efficient units out of these to recruit. And the armored skin walls are just solid. They have anti-large, but that's, I mean, they're still good against basic tier marauders. So I think I just recruit these two units. I don't think an extra unit of melee marauders helps that much, and I don't think a unit of warhounds helps that much. So go ahead and do that. And also, yeah, as you can see, my money is an issue. So let's double check this once again. Yeah, so if he makes the attack here, the yellow line's indicating support. So good. I'm a bit concerned, right, that if I didn't put him in ambush stance, then the combined force of this plus the garrison would probably be strong enough to persuade Wulfric not to attack. Because this army's not very strong. Wulfric himself is obviously powerful, but the rest of this army is just bad. I want him to make the attack. I don't want him to just start raiding us, because I want to basically be able to get rid of him. Okay. Throgg. Right, Icestrike Field was reoccupied. Exactly. Military presence 11. Okay. So I think that's good too. We can kind of catch that army. Let's just check for military presence elsewhere. None there. 11 there. Okay, let's get vision of them.
No.
Oh, that's Wulfric Sorcerer.
The voices. Tracking.
Okay. So how many turns to get to Icestrike Fjord? It looks like 2. Ooh, but it looks borderline. Yeah. This looks like one of those borderline cases. Right, look at that red arrow and look where it ends. We're going to run out of movement right near to Icestrike Fjord. Okay, I don't trust that. I know this cost me gold because I could be raiding, but I would rather make sure I can launch the attack and get to the very edge of my territory here. Still get replenishment. I don't care what they have here. It's going to be depleted from reoccupying it, and they only get 1 turn's replenishment. So we should be good. Ah, yikes. Income, though. I think I'll go ahead and sell this too, just because money is so tight, and there's some chance that this goes wrong somehow. I should have also demolished this, because I'm not recruiting more of those units. Oh, I really should have done that last turn, huh? Wait, no. No, I'm being silly. I didn't have a chance. Yeah. I was recruiting last turn. So, no, it's all good. Alright, I think this is all the movement I can do. Yep, I'm hoping Wulfric makes his attack over the end turn. He saw the garrison's been this strong for a while. The AI basically does see sees all around the map unless units are in ambush stance, so he wouldn't have come this way if he wasn't going to launch the attack against the unguarded settlement, so I'm hoping this trick works. If not, we're in financial difficulties, shall we say. Alright, last cast round of this. Yeah, nothing new, okay. Okay, well, ambush was foiled, but he made the attack anyway. Oh, he's got 3 units of Marauder Champions. Nuts. Oh, that's too bad. If I'd known he had those... Yeah, maybe I would have put even more money into this. I think it's still okay, though. I think this is a winnable battle. Alright, I'll fight this at the start of the next part. Should be it's kind of a nice cliffhanger to end on. Yeah, I'll have to see how this goes. It's going to be tough for sure. Okay, well, thanks a lot for watching, and yeah, we'll be back for yet another battle against Wulfric the Wanderer.